Sessions. He is a member of that panel, the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform, which is investigating the Democrat debacle. Congressman, welcome. Merry Christmas.
And to you, Merry Christmas. It is amazing the news we keep hearing, isn't it, out of Minnesota?
Yeah, it certainly is. So I don't know what I'm more angry about. I wonder your thoughts about the potential for $9 billion. This started out with people saying it might be about $1 billion. Now they're throwing out maybe $9 billion. Is it the fraud, or is it the fact that Democrats like Tim Walz keep sloughing it off like, oh, the programs work great, sir?
Well, certainly the governor has his reputation to worry about, and that of the discussion about when did they know that this was happening and who gave warning. You see, Chairman Comer was right. Thank goodness for whistleblowers, people who do care about not just their job, but about the country. And somehow this eluded not only many people in Washington, but I think people there for some period of time. Schemes like this start because people find a way to dig in.
Yeah.
And then it gets larger and larger and larger. And $9 billion is a lot of money.
Yeah, you're
but
absolutely.
It also should have been seen, as you suggested, across Treasury notes. There's a lot of money that goes back and forth. That money would be seen, could be seen in transactions that would move. And so this is just the beginning phase of trying to understand this. We're also interested in other states that may be involved in this with similar schemes.
Wow. So then you're talking about tens of billions of dollars if it's more than just Minnesota.
Could be.
Real quick, big picture, you were talking about, how this fraud develops. I think part of the problem too, sir, you've talked about this for years because I've covered you, that you give these Democrats in power more money and they just want to spend it. About 100 Minnesota mayors now, many of them Democrats, very Democrat state, are saying that part of the problem is that they're facing workforce shortages and other problems because these Democrats had so much in the piggy bank, they just kept spending it. And a lot of it was wasteful and fraud and whatnot. And here's the letter, all these mayors signing it because Tim Walz and the others were spending, sir, like drunken sailors.
Well, certainly the money has induced people to do a lot of things. I'm not going to say that they would not have done, but induced them to do things. And this is where we are still finding with the federal government that has literally up to 30% of its workforce that is left has been asked to come back to work, and they are not doing that. So what's happening is that we no longer have frontline workers in almost every agency, from Veterans Administration, Treasury, Social Security, and across the board, where workers are not there to vet the data and the incoming things. And so it is contributing to more and more money, more and more fraud, because it's literally become self-reporting by the agencies that have established their computer systems to do the work.
Absolutely.
Unchecked by government workers.
Incredible. Let's move on to another state, which is New York. You mentioned that fraud may not just be in Minnesota. We're about to have a new mayor sworn in New York City. And when you talk about spending like drunken sailors, it's going to be a socialist, as you know, Zohran Mamdani. And we're learning tonight that when he's sworn in on January 1st, that's when the new mayor in New York takes power, he will be sworn in by, get this, Socialist Senator Bernie Sanders and the New York Attorney General Letitia James. I assume that he chose those folks to stick it to President Trump a little bit. But your thoughts about Mamdani coming to power and bringing Bernie Sanders and Tish James with him?
Well, there's no question about it that this is a socialist agenda. But we still are a capitalist country, and New York City literally above all has been the financial center. And the people who want and need there to be integrity of a system, to be able to pay their money that is extreme by taxes and other tax measures, they are going to find a home somewhere else. As you know, we certainly welcome them to come with the new stock market in Texas, but I think that by and large, it will be an East Coast exodus, and they will move to places like South Carolina, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida.
That's
and that will be because it's untenable. And New York City has a need because they've gathered so many people who are there just to take advantage of a system.
Yeah, it's just outrageous, as you say. And I know Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is already trying to draw as many people into a state. And your great state of Texas, as you suggest, they're going to get a lot of fine patriots who want to get out of Dodge real quick. Congressman Sessions, we wish you a Merry Christmas, you and your family.
Thank you very much, Ed, and to you. And also remember, we live in the greatest country in the world, and we have men and women of our military that are in dangerous places tonight. I hope every family in this country gives a special prayer for members and families of our United States military.
Coming up, your briefing on